Hello, you guys, and welcome back to episode 6 of the Identity Crisis podcast. I'm here with such a special guest. I'm literally grinning, smiling so hard because I'm like, yay, we have a guest. Here is Linda sitting next to me, and she is the founder of JANTHEE, honestly the most iconic luxury swimwear brand there is. And I'm so excited to have you here. I can't even explain.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited too.
Honestly, it's crazy that we were just talking about this. Full disclosure, we just had this conversation. But honestly, it's just insane how God's plan works. That you have to travel. You're literally leaving.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. And I feel like schedules have been so busy. It's been impossible to keep up with things. And we were trying to reschedule over and over. And we were like, oh my God, when is this going to happen? And we just left it to the universe. And now here you are.
Here we are.
And it's official.
It's official.
I can't believe it. But yeah, and I feel like, honestly, when did we meet? We met
is it 2.5, 3 years?
Yes, on a yacht. Yeah.
On a yacht. I remember Sahara invited me, and I only knew her.
Yeah.
And she didn't come.
Oh my God.
So then I was like, I'm here with 20 girls. I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
And
But it was such a fun time.
Yes, it was.
And then I feel like ever since, our vibes have just aligned.
For sure.
On IG, I see you make homemade granola all the time, and I'm like, this is my type of gal. You're always baking. What's up with that? You're always, right?
Yes, it's for me so meditating after a long day of work, or even on the weekends. For me, me time is so important. So when I wake up, first things first, I make homemade granola.
Oh my
Also,
gosh.
I feel nowadays I'm really into ingredients, and I know that if I, for example, buy granola, I don't know what they put inside, a lot of sugar, whatever, and I really like to know what goes inside my body. So I just started to do my own granola, then I started to do my own bread, and then I literally do more and more, and I love to do also brownies, only based on sweet potatoes.
That's insane.
Without sugar.
Do you make your own almond milk, oat milk, the whole
Not yet, because to be honest, my kitchen is it's not that big, but this is my goal. Literally, this is my goal. I want kids. I want to stay at home. I want them to wake up to have homemade almond milk, granola.
You are giving that vibe, literally bougie cottage core.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh no, that is the best. That is the best, honestly. But I feel when you have that goal in mind, it's almost just soothing knowing that that's where your life trajectory is going.
And I'm super strict. This is literally on my vision board.
Yeah.
I want to work as much that I can one day afford a house like this, a farm style. And I literally want to be there for my kids, and I want to be at home. And I want to choose if I want to work or not. So I don't know if I'm going to stop work or not. But for now, I want to have the possibility to actually be there for my kids and to do a lot of
nurture
activities.
them.
Yeah.
And
also go to gardening and having a lot of animals.
You seem like such a gardener. You seem like a farm garden girl. I'm not even kidding. Oh my gosh. Do you actually garden now?
So in Germany, my parents, they own a country house 1 hour outside of Berlin.
Nice.
And when I'm back home in the summertime, we go there once every 2 weeks. And then I'm helping my mom. We have a lot of pumpkins. We love pumpkins. I love pumpkins. Herbs, everything, and then we have a lake next to it. So after all the work, I just go there with my dog. I jumped into the lake, super easy life, no makeup, no phone. It's just
you and the animals, the garden.
Yes.
That's the
best. This is the best, to be honest.
Yeah, and I feel like you were in Germany for a long time before you came back here, right?
Yes, I was born in Thailand, and I grew up there until I was 11.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Germany, and I stayed in Germany until I was around, I think, 26, 27. And then I came here when COVID hit.
Yeah.
And it was super, to be honest, I never liked Dubai. Dubai for me was
that's what they all say.
So flashy, and I like nice stuff as well. I like go to DFC to have a nice dinner.
Yeah.
But I also like the other side, countryside and a lot of nature. So it was just too much bling bling. But still, everything was locked down in Germany. So I came here with my friend. We shared an Airbnb.
Oh, you moved here with your friend?
Yeah. So in the beginning, it was not moving. We just came here. We worked remote for 3 months, and then I met my past boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend back then, and then we fell in love. And I was traveling back and forth, and he was really I think, one of the reasons why I decided to move here at one point, but it is also definitely because of my company.
Right.
So all in all, but now looking back, I would have loved to move much earlier, because thinking about how much I gained also for my company and how motivated I am in comparison to Germany, like the entire mindset, it just completely shifted. It is bling bling, but honestly, like everyone I meet, everyone is so inspirational and motivated, and it just like, you know, like
feeds you more.
Feeds you.
Yeah, 100%. That's crazy. You know, I feel like a lot of people feel that way about Dubai, which is insane, because like you're saying that you initially didn't have that, and you moved here from Germany, which is where you started JANTHEE, right?
Yeah.
So it's crazy that you had that drive then, but there almost seems to be a plateau. And when people hit that plateau, people come to Dubai. I don't know what it is. I feel like there's always just so much more, like people just feel like it's almost like a little restart.
Yeah.
Like a little kickstart. You know, like you can like get out of that sort of plateau and expand further, or even just like, you know, hustle harder.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the vibe here, right?
For sure. I feel like everyone says like go to the States and your dream's gonna become true, but I really think like no, go to Dubai. Like Dubai is so convenient for young people who wants to start a business. It's the best city in the world to be in. Like everything is so accessible, everything is fast paced.
We're honestly blessed here. Like it's crazy. I say that
I'm
all
so
the time.
blessed. Like I don't want, you need to pay me to go back to Germany. Like I want like
back to the garden.
Like you need to play. Like honestly, this is the only concerns I have, that I think that my dream and my goal of having this country house with a big garden in Dubai probably won't
It'll be in the desert, so you know,
with the camels instead of
the cows and lamb and whatever else is in a barn.
Yeah, for sure. But honestly, like where I am right now in life, Dubai is the best city which has ever happened to me.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, and I feel like that's so true. Even for me, I just feel like like-minded people between our age, I just feel it almost feels like such a collective experience. Like everyone is going through this in Dubai. It feels like so young, so youthful, and it seems almost like it's supported by one another. And usually I find it is kind of hard to make friends, you know, at this age, but Dubai kind of makes it strangely easier. I mean, I know a lot of people say that it is also lonely, it's a big city, but at the same time, like, look at the way that you and I met, you know, like it's crazy. And like, here we are, and we keep in touch, we talk, like you're a genuine person. Like it's not just, you know, so I feel like people get it a little twisted.
I think it's what you show and what kind of energy you have, you attract the same thing.
Exactly.
Honestly, if I would be moody and I wouldn't be really open to connect with people, I probably won't connect with people. Yeah. So it's just about your attitude.
100%. Yeah. It's always the case, like anywhere you are. Honestly, like I was so nervous having you on.
What?
I'm not even kidding. I was like, oh my God, it's my first guest. But like,
and I'm so thankful, to be honest.
No, honestly, it's like, it's scary, but it's almost comforting knowing that it's you, just because like, I just know that we're just like talking.
For sure.
And it's not even like weird.
Yeah.
And I just find your story and your entire sort of like thing so inspiring that I'm actually more than honored really to have the platform to be able to talk about it, you know.
Thank you so much.
Which is so special, I feel.
I find it so natural with you. It's literally like what we would talk about right now. We would talk in private as well. So it doesn't really, you know, it's not really pressure. So I'm super excited too.
You've done podcasts before, right?
Yes. So I've been guest on 2 podcasts in Germany, and they were really good. But I was a little bit nervous back then as well, because it was like more business focused. So I asked them like, okay, tell me the questions. Like I would like to prepare. And but this time also, of course, like I'm doing JANTHEE since 8 years, and now everything you're gonna ask me, like I will be able to tell you, and it is natural for me. But like sort of this podcast that we maybe gonna talk about also personal things. It's like the first one, and when we talked before and we were discussing the topics, I told you as well, look, like I've been talking a lot about business and so on with many other guests, also on my own podcast. But I also think that when we share this content, it's super nice to share the vulnerable side of this, you know, business as well.
100%.
And we are all humans, and we all go through phases. and I feel super comfortable to open up with you as well.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to be your first guest, and you can ask me anything you want.
She's an open book. I love that. I love that. Me just like picking away at
and
the
after
question.
that, I'm probably like, okay, cut this, cut this,
Yeah,
cut this.
yeah, no, we're not doing this actually. When the whole podcast is like 5 minutes long. Oh, classic. No, I get it. But I'm really, that makes me so much happier because it just shows that like both parties are comfortable, and it's just like, it just makes the whole thing so much more seamless. Otherwise, I feel like I need to have a script. I feel like I need to know what I'm going to ask, what I'm going to do. But honestly, the fact that it's just like how we usually are makes it 10 times better.
For sure.
Honestly, like it's crazy. I just want to kind of get into the beginning, the early days, like going back to sort of like when you graduated or anything, or how you started JANTHEE and why. And I just want to I want to hear about it.
So after high school, I went traveling in Central America. I did like a world trip.
Okay.
So I did backpacking for like a year.
That's crazy.
And I started surfing there. And I remember I went to Central America and I saw all the girls with these like tiny bikinis. And I remember back then, YouTube was like super big.
Yes.
And I don't know if you know Alana Blanchard. She's like the pro surfer from Hawaii. And I remember I was addicted to her videos, and I always saw her like in the thong bikini, and I was like, damn, I want a bikini like this. So anyway, I went to Central America and I saw all the girls surfing like in a skimpy bikini, and then I couldn't find them there because they all got them from like Hawaii or from Australia. So then I bought normal ones, and I went to get them fixed. So I basically went then to like, okay, you cut like literally the entire butt out, and this is the bikini I want.
No.
So this is how I started. And then when I came back, I started to order, because Victoria's Secret back then had smaller bikinis.
Yeah.
But not like thong, but they had smaller bikinis. So I started to order them from there, then from Hawaii, then I found some Australian brands. And I remember it was like 8-9 years ago, I paid so much shipping and so much custom, because the entire thing about social media brands, it was not popular yet. Like It was not like you would go right now on social media, you would see like 10 ads every hour. You know, so it was literally, there was nothing. So then my friends, they were in the same thing. They were like, hey, where do we get cute bikinis, whatever. And then after school, I started to work in a hotel. I did an apprenticeship because my dad was working hotel as well, and I really liked the tourism industry. So I went doing the apprenticeship in the hotel, but I was always really creative, and I was missing that part. And then like one led to another, and I just thought, you know what? I just gonna start to produce like my own bikinis, but it was literally only for fun. Like my intention was not to build a big company out of it. So then I remember I was flying to Thailand. I did a stop over in Istanbul, and I was, contacting some manufacturers back then, and I visited them in like 2-3 days, and I didn't like the quality at all. So then I moved on. I came back and I found a production in Portugal, which is still my production right now. And and I started to produce, like design them, literally like sketchbook, like super weird, like with, I'm not a designer. I didn't study, I'm not a designer. So I literally
just design them yourself?
Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh.
But for me, like when people say like, oh my God, you design them yourself, for me it's like, I don't think it's a big deal, because I literally do what I like to wear as well. Yeah. Like everything in the collection, besides the medium coverage, like we started to introduce medium coverage bottom, and this is not me.
I love how it's like the reverse, like a swimwear brand is like really modest, like full booty is covered, and then we go medium, and then we go thong, but you're like, no, okay, I'm just doing the whole thong. And now we're doing medium, so it's like, it's funny.
So the medium coverage, we introduced them because, our main market is in Germany, and our German customers, they are now really into thong as well, but we still have a lot of conservative customers.
Yes, of course.
So for them, we created this medium coverage collection. So then I started to place the order. I remember the first investment was around like 5,000 euros, so it was not a lot. Because I literally bought like only like 5-10 styles of each product.
How many did you launch with? How many styles did you launch with?
Way too much. I remember back then, no, because now I'm always a bigger fan of a smaller collection, like just, concentrate of like the core products. And back then I didn't really know in which direction I wanted to go. So I literally launched like swimming suits, like cutouts, and then like super simple basics. So I didn't really know. I'm still learning though. Like every collection I learn more about in which direction I see the brand going. But back then I can't really remember, but it was way too much. Like I really regretted it. But so then I got these items to my home, and I was sharing my apartment with 3 other people. And I had an IKEA wardrobe, and I removed all my clothes. I put like literally the IKEA plastic boxes and put like all the bikinis there. And then I was still going to, so I was still going to work in the morning. And then before work, I would drop that at the post office. And this is how it started.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I still have pictures of them. It's actually super cute.
And how did your first order come about?
The first order, it was, I don't even know how the girl found us. She was living in Munich.
Yeah.
And it was literally the day of the launch. She bought 1 bathing suit.
No way.
And I remember back then I was too cheap to send it away, like with, insurance.
Yeah.
So I sent it with like a post stamp and it got lost. And I was like,
and you got no tracking number, nothing.
No,
and the girl's like, this world sucks.
What is this girl doing?
Oh my God.
Yeah, but like, these are the like learnings you're doing. But obviously, like back then, I didn't really felt like this could go something really big.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's crazy because in Dubai, we're not that famous, but in Germany, we're already we're in the biggest department stores. If you ask a girl on the street in Germany, like, tell me a swimwear brand, they're going to tell our brand. Like, we're really already exposed to the market. And sometimes I totally forget that people actually know the brand because I'm living like in a bubble. My team, they live everywhere. So I'm working my laptop by myself every day. And then you don't really have this sense of how big the brand actually is. Also, when I launched the company, no one knew about it. Like my parents didn't even know about it.
Yeah,
I just launched it because for me, it's like, I know that I know that it has its pros and cons because if I launch something and I didn't get a feedback from close friends or family before, it could be a fail.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like I trust in my vision, I trust in what I'm doing, and I'm willing to learn from my mistakes if mistakes happen.
Yes.
But I know that I have so many projects in my head, and if I start to telling people about my project and somehow I don't make it on time or I missed something or whatever, I'm gonna pressure myself, and I'm super ambitious, and it's gonna drain me.
When did you really, like going back to when you said, like it's just you're on your laptop, you don't really realize how big this is. When did you really have that moment where you were like, okay, like this is serious. Like I can't be working anymore. I need to focus on this full time. Like this shit is picking up. Like when did you have that realization? What stage?
So there were like several stages, but the first time, so I'm a super realist and I'm I'm not that kind of entrepreneur who would quit everything for one opportunity. I would always have like a plan B and C. And back then when I started JANTHEE, I had like a full-time job for like 2.5, 3 years at the start because I always wanted to have my income.
Yes.
Because I didn't want to, because as a creative, once you struggle with money, you lose the creativity. So this is something I really don't want to do it. And also my parents actually, they didn't really understand that I wanted to launch a swimwear business, and keep in mind that this was like 8-9 years ago.
Of course.
So it was not like the era when everyone I'm gonna launch this, and that you see so many entrepreneurs online, on Instagram, on Facebook. Like this was rare back then.
Yeah.
So I needed to keep that job. So I had this, and then at one point I remember that the biggest influencer in Germany, they kept on asking for products, and I was like, wow, like she's literally the biggest influencer in Germany, and I only had like a couple thousand of followers, and I was like, I really need to decide now if I'm gonna go full time or not. And back then I started to work as a junior marketing manager for a big retail company in Germany. And I remember that my boss back then was so rude and so mean to me.
No.
And this made the decision way easier.
Yeah.
And if she would have been a good boss, I swear to God, I would probably still be there.
No
Like
way.
Because I loved the job so much. It was like a creative job. We were flying to Paris, to Copenhagen, did like shootings with like big models, whatever.
Yeah.
So I really loved the job, and if I really love someone, I stay loyal.
You're loyal, of course, yeah.
So this was the point when I quit that job, and then there were like little like points where, for example, that I was in a cafe and then a girl would come by, are you the founder of JANTHEE?
No.
And then like, oh my God, I saw your interview, I saw your podcast, whatever. And I was like, blushing, like, yeah, I am.
That's so
And I remember
adorable.
I was texting like my colleagues, like, oh my God, I think I'm famous.
That is so adorable.
So I remember I was like, what the fuck? Like, because my Instagram was private for years. Like I literally just made it public like last week. So it was always I was always private.
Oh.
So I wasn't aware that people actually knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
So and then obviously when Kendall Jenner ordered from our website, like this blew up.
You can't be like that. That was too subtle. Someone Kendall Jenner ordered from our website. What do you mean? How did that happen?
So I remember I think it was the first year of COVID, and back then we had like the orders were good, but they were not like insane. So I was still checking like when we had like it would detect when the name was wrong or the street was wrong, whatever. So then there was like only initials like KG. And I was like, okay. And then the warehouse was like, hey, you need to ask for the name for it to be delivered, whatever. And then I looked, and then I saw on the billing address her address, and was like, no way, like this is a scam. And then I was like, and then I sent. After that, so I sent her a package and then sent another package with like a bunch of bikinis. Because I was like 50-50, if it's her or not, I want to gift her even more.
Of course.
So then I forgot about it, but then like a month later, she posted on Instagram. And this was the moment where like it blew up.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
It's so absolutely crazy to me that we have actually crossed paths in this lifetime. I think it was about 2020, like you said, maybe 21, something like that. And she posted in her bathroom with Kendall, right?
Yeah.
With a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
And it's your fucking bikini.
Yes.
And I had that saved on my Pinterest board.
No way.
I'm not lying. I'm literally
Really?
not. I have it saved on my IG right now and on Pinterest. And I was like, this bikini is to die for. She looks amazing. I love the vibe, like everything. And then come to find out, it's JANTHEE. Like that was crazy to me.
If I would have known that you would like this bikini, I would have given you this bikini. But I brought something for you.
Wait, you're kidding. What the heck is that? You're joking.
But to be honest, don't show this around. It's another company. No, but it has two things inside. I'm going to make a version.
Kidding. Are we doing an unboxing?
Yes, you're going to do an
unboxing. You're joking. No way.
So there's two things inside. You can start with a good thing, with a JANTHEE.
Okay, we're going to start with this. This is insane.
I hope you like it.
Purple? Are you kidding me? That's like my favorite.
This is literally my favorite bikini to tan. It's like literally, this is what we stand for.
Yeah.
It's super thin straps. And it's adjustable, because I know that last time you were not sure between S and M. I was like, halas, this is adjustable. Like,
babe, this is amazing. This is gorgeous. You're joking.
And if you do, look,
I love the ruching,
this is on camera, but if you really don't like it, we switch it. Okay?
No. Trust me, I do. This is gorgeous. Oh my God, and your packaging as well, by the way. The dust bag is so pretty. It's gorgeous.
And this one, funny story. I wanted to be sustainable, right?
Yeah.
So this set, it's a cool set. And I thought it's your style. Like, we're wearing the same size. 100% is going to fit you.
Yeah.
With the text, with everything on. I was like,
no way. This is gorgeous though still, girl. Wait, no, but I love that we're being sustainable. And this is a set or what?
No, it's a set. Look, it has like, it's like a baggie, and I thought maybe you liked it.
Oh my God. Also, by the way, I love this brand.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know this brand before, and he was
I
like,
love this brand.
I saw this brand. Okay, Khalas.
Oh my God.
It should fit you.
The
top was a little bit big to me, but I never made it.
Whatever. I can make it fit. But like, oh my God, I need to I don't care if it's on camera, off camera. I need to hug you right now. I don't care. Oh my God. This is so sweet. I'm like blushing.
I'm so happy you like it.
Oh my God, I need a water break for a second. Oh my gosh. So I'm not going to lie. We did take a slight intermission to hug it out and take a little lip gloss break and whatever, but we're back. Anyways, I'm done. Anyways, but we were talking about Kendall, and I know, of course, that Haley also, Haley, our queen.
But we gifted Haley.
Okay, you gifted her.
We gifted her.
But she still wore it.
Yes. I mean, the thing is, with celebrity gifting in general, it has like also to do with luck. Like for brands who think that if you just give it to them, they literally get swimwear like probably like every other day.
Yeah.
And so basically before they go on holiday, we would also work with their stylist. So the stylist would call us or text us and would ask, hey, Haley's going on holiday. Could you please send us this? So then basically what we're doing is we're sending the selection she asked for, and then she will always, obviously the stylist is going to request other brands as well, and then she would go to styling room and then she would literally walk around and just pick the ones she wants, and then it needs to fit, and then she needs to take it on holiday, and then she needs to wear it, and then she needs to take the picture of it, and then she needs to decide to post it. So there's a lot of things
that could go wrong.
Yeah. So
literally.
So she probably wears, or Kendall probably wears more of our swims, but this is the one we saw.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they live in LA, you know, so they have sun all the time. They're in the bikinis all the time. So with the celebrity gifting, this is like how it works.
Yeah. And who else wore? So I know Kendall and Haley.
Irina Shayk, she's a big fan of us.
Yeah.
She loves the thong one.
Yeah.
Like she literally she texts us like, please, I want them in more colors. Then Sierra.
Yeah.
Alexis Ren.
No.
Alexis Ren, yeah.
That's iconic.
Yeah, Alexis Ren is super, like, I remember when she was with Jay and I watched her videos.
Oh, of course. We all had that phase.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think like many more, but I just, at one point, I just don't even really remember. Addison Rae.
Okay.
Yeah, like
that's major.
More.
No, but like you said, there's so many, I feel like people underestimate, like there's so many levels to this, and it could go wrong. All it is like end of the day, that image just needs to reach the internet.
Yeah,
and if it doesn't, like all of that is gone for nothing.
I think we gifted like in total it's probably like 30, 40 bikinis and only one was seen.
No.
So imagine how much effort you need to do.
That's crazy. And you guys ship in the US, right? Okay.
Yeah, we ship worldwide.
That's amazing. Your HQ is in Germany.
No, now in Dubai.
Okay, now in Dubai.
Now, I had an office in Berlin.
Yes.
But then I decided to move completely. Like I literally gave up my car, my apartment, everything, and now this is the base. And the company is now based in Dubai as well. And now the next step would be because our warehouse is also in Germany, and the next step would be to have part of it in Dubai. Because right now in Dubai, to be honest, we don't have a lot of customers, but this is the goal where we want to go.
Yeah.
So and in Dubai, everyone wants it like the next day.
Yes.
So it's not possible to have the warehouse in Germany.
No.
So we need to have part of the stock definitely in Dubai.
Next day delivery is so major here. Like people like want everything on the spot. Like you place something and it's like, okay, it should be at my door already, which is crazy. That's one of the things that I guess makes Dubai so convenient. And as soon as you hop on that, like you're good to go.
For sure.
I feel like obviously in any business, like no one's perfect, you know, and no business is perfect and no business is going to kick right off. What were some of the hardships? You know, we've spoken about the highlights and the success and everything and where you are now, but I would love if we could sort of tap into a little bit of the hardships that you faced and maybe some of your learnings, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as a single founder, things are always a little bit more difficult, I feel like, because you cannot really share and people cannot empathize with what you're going through.
Yes.
I do have a very strong team. Like one of my team members, Claudia, she's literally like a co-founder because she's been working with me since I think now like 5 years.
Wow.
And we are just going through thick and thin, and I also share some of my fears with her as well, even though in the beginning I really tried to separate those things, because you as a founder and as a CEO, you really need to kind of just, you know, keep a professional level and also don't really scare them, because if the employee is not really like bonded to the company, and if you tell them your fears and what might go wrong, they're gonna get crazy.
Of course.
So you always need to like keep it up and so on.
Empower them as well.
For sure. So it's a big job. When I started, I mean, I started with 22. I didn't know how to lead. I made a lot of mistakes also with leading. Like I scared off some employees as well. Like it was not, now thank God, literally they tell me I'm the best boss ever. And this was my goal, because I really now try to have like this human side, like a little bit more than the professional side, because I know that if you're really happy in your work environment, you're going to deliver much more.
100%.
But before that, I was super strict. I was like this typical German, like, tack, 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 do your job, whatever. Why did you miss this deadline? Why did you do that? I'm still like this, but I try to also emphasize with my employee and try to also help more, to be there more for them, also for the personal issues.
Yeah. Especially when you're a small, intimate team.
For sure. So then, like, honestly, we were very lucky with JANTHEE for like 5-6 years. It just literally went skyrocketing year after year. And then when the Ukraine war started and the purchasing power in Germany a little bit went down, this is where the first round of like hardships, you know, started.
Right.
And I remember I was only used to like, you know, our company just skyrocketing.
Yeah.
And for me, it was just, I felt like I was losing my identity, because I grew up with this. Like I didn't study. Like this was literally like I finished school and I started this. So people in Berlin, they call me Bikini Linda because they just know me as this.
No
so
way.
Then suddenly the business is not going as it used to go. I just started to be super insecure about myself because this is me. Like if this is not working,
it defined you at that point. It's like, now what?
Of course. So this is something I needed to go through. Like, I mean, to be honest, it took me like 1.5, 2 years to go through it, to really work on myself. I started therapy, on working on personal things and also on business things to learn how that I control my emotions and I don't let my business define my mood.
Yes.
But this is super important because it used to be like this. One day my business, like the sales were skyrocketing. I would be like super in a good mood. I would thought like I was running the world, whatever. And then next day it was like less than expected. Then I would be like super mad.
Yeah.
So this is not how it used to be in any case, in relationship wise or in business wise. Because
100%.
if you give your emotions to something external, you will never be constant.
Yeah.
So this is something like I learned a lot, but also like there were really hard phases what people don't see. They see social media, they see you're traveling, you're in Dubai, you do that. And I had really tough phases where I felt like I was losing my company. Like I woke up in the morning, I was crying for 2.5 hours in my bed, and I didn't want to leave it. And I remember my office was downstairs and my team was starting at 9 and I was like waking up. I tried to like remove my tears and just like go into the office as
that's the worst. Just to show face.
And then you need to be strong. But these things you just learn. Like, and I'm happy now that I experienced this because I was so rock bottom that I know that I will never let myself go through this again.
Yeah.
And also, I'm very thankful for this phase because then I started to also seek for help. Because I think that especially as a young entrepreneur or a single entrepreneur, we sometimes feel so lonely. Also, like when your friends, they don't really have a business and they can't relate. Like I think I have like one very close friend in Berlin who has a jewelry brand. So she's literally the only one I would share like details.
Yes.
Like literally, like, I don't even share details with my boyfriend. Like I don't have a boyfriend, but with my partner.
Yeah.
Like I'm a super like introvert in that sense because I also learned, but there's so many learnings. I also learned that a lot of people, they can't handle it. Like I remember my past boyfriend, not the Wasland, like the German one, when we broke up, he told me like, Linda, it was very hard to see you go through these things and I couldn't help. And he told me that it really affected him and he was super scared. So then, of course, I'm not sure if this is a good thing, but then I started to keep a lot of things for myself. And for me, opening up about my business, like really in detail, I only do it if I really, really like feel comfortable with my partner. Because also sometimes I feel like I don't really want to bother someone with it. And also I'm working, my brain is going around this topic all the time. So for example, if I meet my friends, sometimes I'm glad they don't ask me, how's your business?
Exactly.
Because I'm like, okay, let's just talk about something else. So there are a lot of learnings. Also moving to Dubai by myself, just broken up with my past boyfriend. It was super hard. This was like more about the like mental health, I would say, but also this, as soon as you work on your mental health personally, it also pushes you, like it makes you stronger professionally.
100%.
So yeah, it's a lot of learning, and now I really feel super stable. I'm super happy in Dubai, with my friends, with how life is going on with the business. I see so much potential, and I love the brand so much. And I'm, to be honest, like what also helped me, what I learned is I'm not scared of failure anymore. Like, I literally like hope, knock on wood, hope not, but if something would happen with my company, like I'm so thankful for the last 8 years. And I feel like I already did a lifetime. I already lived like 3 lives. Like the travel I did, the work I did, the intensity. How do you say intensity I had with my work, with my like moving around, living in different countries, whatever. I feel like I did this of like 3 different people. So I'm not
like 3 different like versions of it.
So I'm not really scared. And then you need to trust in your ability, in your expertise. So. I know that if something happens, like I still have my brain. I'm
You're
like
still you.
I'm still you, and I can help other brands as well. And I don't have an issue to work for another company or consult someone or a brand, whatever. So I know that if I'm smart and I'm still hardworking and I'm still motivated, I will not like fail. You know.
This is the thing, and I feel like you cannot operate if you are scared of failure. And I just love that you say that with your chest, because people don't say that very often. You don't really hear people saying like, you know what, yeah, I'm just like not scared of failure at all, because people do have these inhibitions within them. And I mean, rightfully so, you still have them, but the point is that you don't let them take over your entire brain. And that's why I love what you said about even having that, like that personal mindset balance and applying that also in a business setting. It makes the biggest difference. You are able to regulate your own emotions as well as your entrepreneurial sort of emotions that you have to face day to day. Honestly, more than anything, it's just the key to being a leader in the end of the day and taking the right decisions, you know?
I mean, I don't want to sound snobbish, but it's just like, it's through your learnings, you know? For sure. Yeah.
Because like you said, it's almost humbling, because you've been through rock bottom. So you're like, okay, like I've been through the worst there is, you know, it's only up from here. And if we're going down, it's nothing that you haven't seen before. Like you said, it's like literally 3 different lifetimes, like, you know, so it's nothing to be scared of that you would have been previously, you know?
And I also feel like that the people who would judge you for failure, because I used to be very scared, because I told you, like, people would, like in Germany or in Europe, they would know the brand. So obviously I would think, like, what would these people say? What would friends of friends say? What would, you know, I don't know, like customers say, whatever. But at the end, if, like, I wouldn't judge someone who would fail or who would lose their business, because there's so much behind it. And I feel like the right people, they wouldn't judge you.
Exactly.
And only the people who are insecure or who haven't done the same thing or haven't reached your level, they would judge you. So I don't want their
you
opinion.
You don't care for their judgment. Exactly.
So then, like,
because it's like you haven't done anything.
And the people you are actually looking up to, they would never judge you, because they know, like, that life goes on and that it's normal. It's a cycle. So, and as like when I realized this, it just literally changed everything.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's honestly, like, that is such a comforting mindset. Like, it does not even matter. Like, other people's sort of opinions, like, they're not even doing half of what you've done, and that's so comforting to move and use that as like motivation, you know?
For sure.
Yeah. Like, also, I never really asked you, like, what was the name JANTHEE?
The name JANTHEE is actually my mom's name.
Yeah. And you are obviously super multicultural.
I'm half Thai, half German.
Yeah.
I was born in Thailand.
Yeah.
And I lived there until I was 11, and then I moved to moved to Germany, and then I moved to Dubai.
And how do you find being this melting pot of cultures that are so drastic, like Thai and German, like it's complete different, you know, ends of the spectrum. And then also being in a place like Dubai where it's so welcoming.
Yeah.
Having people of different races, you know, and everything like that. And not just different races, just mixes, you know. And I just feel like, how do you find, do you resonate more with like Thai culture or with German culture? Like, what do you find yourself more?
To be honest, I'm still figuring out.
Yeah.
Like, I would say, since I had my teenage years in Germany, I would say I have like more the German parts. But I think that my warmth is definitely from the Thai side, like my caring side, that I love to cook, that I like to like take care of people. This is like more the Thai side, but like my business side is definitely like more German. Like, I'm super organized, I'm super strict, but I'm also super confused. Like, I had this conversation with my friend today who said, like, because we were talking about dating, and she was like, you should date it in your street. You know, I was like, yeah, but what is my street? My street, is it like Thailand, like Thai guys, Asian guys, or it's like German guys? Like, I don't know. Like, I literally, I don't resonate with anyone.
Yes.
I don't even know when I'm in Thailand, people don't think I'm Thai. They talk to me in English. And when I'm in German, like, they're like, oh, you don't look German. And I'm just like, okay, like, where do I belong?
This is so true. This is so real. Like, I'm not a mix or anything. I'm fully Indian, but obviously, you know, I was born here in Dubai, and then I moved to Canada, so like I sound different. I don't sound like what people stereotypically think Indian people sound like, which to me is ridiculous, because like, just what do you mean, you know? And I completely relate, because it's like, just because you dress different, you look different or anything, like you cannot belong in any place. Like when I was in Canada, you know, people will look at me and it's like, oh, so like, where are you actually from? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm literally Canadian, okay, fine, sure. Like, you want me to say like, okay, I'm like Indian and blah, blah, blah. Like, you go on about that. It's like, you never belong. It's insane.
Sure.
So I feel like with you, it's like that, but on crack. Because it's like, And you speak both languages.
I speak both languages.
Wow.
But I feel to be honest, I feel so like home in Dubai.
Yes.
Like
Me too.
more than in Thailand,
It's the
and
middle
more
ground.
Yeah, more than in Germany.
Yeah.
I really feel like people understand me here, that I'm accepted here
Yeah.
with my mindset, and I really feel like home. Like it will take a lot for me to move away.
Yeah, I know. And how long has it been now? It's been since COVID.
Since COVID, like around 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you find making friends, like female friendships?
To be honest, in the beginning I used Bumble BFF.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I used Bumble BFF, and I met 2 girls,
Yeah.
one real estate agent, and she also visited me at the pop-up like last weekend, so we're still in touch.
Cute.
And then Seher.
Yeah.
I met Seher on
No
it.
way.
So then she introduced me to like all you
Yeah,
girls.
yeah.
So these are basically only the 2, but
Right.
it did help. Because
It
in the
did
beginning
help,
I was
yeah.
really in the friendship group of my past boyfriend. So I wanted to get out of it. I wanted to have like my own circle, and I'm really like, if I really want something, I just go for it, you
Yeah.
know. And of course, like in the beginning, I felt weird to swipe for like girlfriends.
Girls, I know.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? You think you're girl, and what are you doing in your free time? Blah, blah, blah.
like
it was a little
that's
bit
so-
odd.
It is, but you did it.
Yes, but I did it. And then like one of my best friends, Vicky, she got like my friend from Germany introduced me to her, and she also moved at the same time. So it's really was so convenient because she's really like my ride or die here.
She's the one who you moved with.
No, this was another girl.
Okay,
she doesn't
okay.
live here.
Got you.
She was only here for COVID.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
so
you.
she moved back.
But that helps, all
Totally.
the more.
And now through the work, like, and even if you're open-minded, it's so beautiful how many people you actually get to know, and how many interesting and ambitious people, and it just keeps on going. You can literally meet with someone every day, and I'm more the type of person, I really like my me time as well. So I'm like, okay, let's
schedule that in. No, but this is what I love about you, Linda, honestly, that like the scheduling is like my favorite thing ever. I'm a huge Google Calendar girl, you too, and that was like the first like green flag. I was like, wow, we are off to an amazing start. Like I love a good calendar.
But
honestly.
I had one friend who was complaining about it.
No way.
She was like, what the fuck? What are you selling me like a Google Calendar link? Like, I'm not like, is there like no emotions? Like, you're not taking time to communicate with, no, like, come on, like, this is the link you see when I'm available. Just take it. If you have one calendar link, I'll do the same. Like, it's not for me.
It's not just, I know, but some people I feel like they're like, oh, like, I just want to pick up the phone and meet you. It's like, girl, no.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yes, but like, also no, like, because there's so many things going on. It's impossible to balance time
For sure.
without having it scheduled in. So it's honestly like a blessing, I would say. And I feel like when it comes to even like making friends, like it was so courageous, honestly, for you to just be new here and to go on Bumble BFF and swipe and everything. And then making these friends is a big ordeal, but then maintaining these friendships is like a whole other thing.
Yeah.
And I know that like, honestly, for me too, like I go through phases, honestly, that I'm like, I find it so difficult to keep those girl friendships. And at the end of the day, like girl to girl friendships are unlike any other. And I feel like when you lose a girlfriend, it's like worse than heartbreak.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's like literally you don't know what to do, you don't know how to move, you don't know how to act. Like it's just so difficult, but at the same time, like that's just a risk that comes with any relationship.
For sure. I mean, but the thing is, I feel like with a girl friendship, you really like with Vicky, for example, she knows like all my fears without a filter.
Yes.
Like she would know more than a guy would, like a boyfriend of mine would know, because I would probably still have like a filter, but she knows so much of how I feel. Like I call her almost every day when I'm down, like we support each other. So if I would lose her, like I wouldn't even know, like she's literally like my other half.
I know.
So,
I'm telling you, girls, they merge brain cells. You become one brain cell collectively. Literally, that's what it is. It's insane. So when you lose the person, you're like, oh fuck, like this is like my other half, you know?
And it's literally like, I mean, guys, they come and go, and I feel like the girls, they all, like, I mean, your friends, they're always sticking, so they've been through all the hardships with you as well, and with the good times, and these things bond as well. You know, they know how you feel. Like when I was going through a breakup, we all been through this, so we all really can relate. Yeah. And I just call her, I was like, hey, can I just pass by your house, just sit on the couch? Like, I don't need to talk, just like, I don't want to be alone, you know?
I know.
So, when you break up with a girlfriend because of different reasons, it's always it haunts you.
It does.
And this is what I say. I mentioned it in one podcast. Did you heard about this Roman Empire guy thing?
Yeah.
So like guys, we would ask, like this is a TikTok thing, right?
Yeah.
So you would ask the guy, like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And then the guy would be like, a couple times a day, whatever.
Yeah.
So then you would ask a girl, how often do you think about your girlfriend you broke up with? And then you're just like...
It is the Roman Empire for girls all the time.
And then if you ask a guy, like, how often do you think about the guy friendship you break up? And they're like, not really.
Never, literally, not one single thought. Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
It's crazy, honestly. But yeah, I just wanted to tap into as well, like finding time within your day. We're talking about maintaining these friendships, you know, making this time, like you said, scheduling and booking it in and everything. But how do you balance your time in your day, keeping a physical, active life in mind, which I know that you prioritize, you know? How do you find that, like that time?
So to be honest, I know for sure for me, I need to do sports like 5 times a week. Like it's super important to me. If I lose that or if I somehow get demotivated, I will feel it throughout my entire day.
Yeah.
So since I like to work, because my team starts German time, so they start around noon in Dubai.
Oh, you work German time.
Yes.
I don't know why I didn't think about that. Okay.
Yes, I started already earlier, but I know that they're going to be online at noon and they finish late. Mm-hmm. So I know that I want to be available for them the entire evening. So which means that I always start my day super early. Mm-hmm. So I try to go to the gym at like 7 a.m. and do like 1 hour. And then, I do like stuff I need to do or whatever. And then normally I start to work at 9 or at 10, and then I literally stay with them until like 8:30. So, but this is like my schedule. And for example, if I would catch up with friends, I would always try to combine it like with work. If we were going to meet in a cafe, I would take my laptop and I would meet with them like for an hour and so on. But then on the weekends, I would really prioritize myself. Like on weekends, I rarely work anymore. I used to work intensely. I used to like work at least like six days a week. Like
this is the thing, because you're a solo entrepreneur or solopreneur, they call it, whatever, right? Like I feel like since you're one person doing everything, you just will never stop working, right?
No, you can always work. Like I can literally, and then you start to feel guilty when you don't work because there's so much on the to-do. My to-do is never empty. Yeah. And I feel like I'm always behind, but I started to accept it. I started to accept that I'm actually a human and that I need a break, and that also like doing things like this, like with the podcast, for me it's, I'm gonna leave this podcast and I'm gonna have more input for which might affect my business as well. Yeah. So if I meet someone for a coffee or whatever, if it's also not like my friend or someone network, or if I would have a conversation with someone who is in a different field, I mean, you learn from every conversation, you're going to take something from it, and this might affect your business in some way. So I used to like blame myself. You went too long on that lunch. You went too long, like too early to that dinner, whatever. And then I just started to look, that's also life, and that's also the person I want to represent. Like I'm the business owner and I'm the CEO of that company, and like keeping those relationships is really important also from the business aspect, because you need to nurture them.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%. Because like you can't be isolating yourself and putting yourself in this box of like, I need to work all the time.
For sure.
Because it's your interpersonal connections as well that in the end of the day, you know, lead you to another network, to another opportunity, to another idea, another inspiration, you know. And I feel like, especially when you're doing something so creative like yourself, like you need to be meeting different people, get their opinions, maybe something you see on someone else inspires you, and then suddenly you have like a new collection in mind or something, you know?
Also, like I used to blame myself to be on social media that much, because I personally, to be honest, I'm not that like the Instagram, I don't really post a lot, but I do scroll a lot. And I used to like literally blame myself. I still do it sometimes, and I really feel like I need a break. I would just stop Insta. But at the other hand, like every time I see like an outfit, even though it's clothing, it will get me inspired in some way. So if I see my friends scrolling, see friends of friends or whatever, group picture, I would always zoom in on their outfit. Like maybe this inspires me to do that or whatever.
Or this print.
So actually every time I'm on social media, it's like also a little bit of work as well, because my brain is always functioning.
This is the issue. I feel the same way as well. Like I literally feel like when I'm scrolling on social, especially because like the field that we're in, honestly, it's so relatable, because even for me, every time I'm scrolling, I feel like I'm literally working.
Yeah,
I'm like,
sure.
I and there's no time off of it, which is why I'm like, these days, I have a time limit on my Instagram. Like I don't open it. I'm on quiet mode. I'm never on it. And I'm just like there. I do my business for 1 hour a day, restrict myself, and that's it. I'm done.
Yeah. What really helps is to, like I told you, I don't drink caffeine. I stopped drinking caffeine.
This is amazing to me. We need to talk about this. No, seriously. Like I know, like if you know me, like, and how addicted to coffee I am, this is an epiphany that I'm just like, I don't even know how you did it. Like,
honestly, it's life-changing. I always tell to everyone, it's life-changing. Like, I used to be so addicted. I would start my day with a coffee. I would get another one in the afternoon when I felt the low. And then I read this book which said, like, okay, they compared like 2 spiders, and one spider would drink coffee and the other one would drink like decaf. And then the decaf one would literally like just do the spider web, like how it used to be. And the caffeine one would be like literally like a mixed match of everything. So this is basically what happens in our brain. So what we do is we drink coffee in the morning, and then in the afternoon we get this low.
Yeah.
So then I was like, you know what, I really wanted to try this. So I started, because I love coffee, I love the taste. So I still want to continue this. So I started to drink decaf. And then I would drink it in the morning, but I would not have this low anymore. So I'm actually super productive throughout the day. But it took me 6 weeks or something to get out of this hole of tiredness, because your body is so used to caffeine.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yes.
I'm scared. I'm literally scared.
But you can do it. And once you did it, literally you can't do it differently.
Yeah.
Like now I drink coffee, I only need to drink 1 sip, and I'm getting already like nervous.
No.
I'm so sensitive right now.
And what about matcha? Have you tried? Like,
to be honest, I don't know why I never tried matcha. I smelled one time and I didn't really like it. So then I was like, okay, I don't want to try it.
Yeah.
But matcha also has some, like, because it's green tea, it also has
exactly.
some
So it has caffeine, but it just has like less of a crash. So I feel like it's like a little bit of a more sustainable, healthier alternative.
Sure.
I personally am always going to be a coffee girl at heart. But I do love a good matcha these days, and I do feel like, especially like later in the day when you're going through a little bit of your slump, it is helpful to get a little sip of matcha in,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
aside from that, like honestly, no. But yeah.
But also, for example, like when things I cut is like alcohol, like I haven't drank for like 70 days now. And then for example, this is really rare.
Yeah.
What I'm doing, that I drink milk. Like I love oat milk, but for me it's a dessert.
Yeah.
So once you try, because everything is just aligned with each other, and I need to be high productive, because I run, a company by myself, and what we forget is our body is our temple.
Yes.
And I can't eat crap. I can't stop going to the gym. I can't be drunk all the time. So I just, at one point, I was never someone who would really like to get drunk or crave alcohol.
But 70 days, I mean, just...
Yes, but I do enjoy a cocktail once, here and there.
But martini.
Yes, but I somehow managed to not drink for a while, and I'm just gonna keep going as long as I can, but I'm not restricting myself.
Good.
If I go somewhere and I really, really feel like a drink, I will drink it. But so far, it hasn't been that case yet.
Really?
So I just don't do it.
Yeah.
And also Vicky doesn't drink alcohol as well. So when we go out, it's super easy. We literally, so what I do is I ask for a big glass, and I would just put water and a lemon inside, so no one bothers me. Because
oh my God,
when you
that's
start
the
to tell
worst.
people that you're not drinking, they're gonna be so upset with you, and they're like, "Why are you not drinking?"
Why
and I was
did
like,
you come out?
"Look, I function the same way. Like I can have the same fun, but I'm just not drinking alcohol."
Exactly.
And the difference is the next morning you're just so clear, and your body doesn't feel puffy. And the same thing with milk. Oat milk is actually not that good for your body. So in the beginning I switched to almond milk.
This is why I asked. I was like, you should make your own oat milk.
Yes, for
because
sure.
Because this will completely eradicate all the bullshit sugars that they put in there.
For sure. So that's why for me, if I drink an oat cappuccino, it's for me a dessert. It's something
it's like a little treat.
It's a treat. And then I'm super excited to get it. Now lately I love mocha, so I would do decaf mocha, almond milk or something. But so these little things I'm super aware. I started to eat meat again when I came to Dubai, because all the Arabic food, I love it so much.
It's so good.
But also I cut it for a while. So I do
So you eat meat now, right?
Yes, now I eat meat. But I'm very aware. I eat a lot of gluten-free stuff as well, even though I'm not intolerant. So I like the granola I do. It's gluten-free, sugar-free. It's dairy-free.
You make me want to come to Germany. I swear to God. I'm not
You
even
don't need to
kidding.
come. I'll break you for here. I'm gonna bring it
the
for you.
best. Oh my God. I'm like, I just want to see you waking up and making a little granola, and then we make a little like decaf coffee and sit out and just, oh, what a vibe. Honestly, that's so fun.
This is what I like. Honestly, I love to treat people so much. Like so when I have like sleepovers, whatever, friends or like my partner, whatever, they would always wake up with like a fresh smell of bread. So I would wake up before and they would wake up, and I love to do this. Like for me, this
You're giving mommy wifey energy. This is crazy.
I'm ready.
You're
for
ready.
mommy
Someone wipe her up. Wipe her up. This is crazy. No way that you wake up before to make bread.
Yes.
Do you know that girl on TikTok, Nara Smith?
No, I don't.
Oh my God, she's literally. You guys are the same vibe. No, I need to show you.
No,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love also when I do granola, I literally pack them in like 5 different boxes and I would give it to my friends. I would like, please eat it. Like it makes me so joy. And I have like so many emails to do, but this is literally for me like.
This is the priority.
Yeah, it's like so meditating and I love to do it. And for me, this is my love language.
Yes.
Like to make food for other people, for me, it's just like, if I do this, it means I really appreciate you.
Oh, that's so cute.
So you gotta get it granola.
Oh my God, I'm excited. Oh my God, that's honestly, your future husband, very lucky. If that's your love language, that's it.
Okay, yeah, but we need to find one.
We need to hunt, exactly. Fuck. But yeah, I think honestly, we can go on for hours and hours and hours, and I think we have. So shall we call it a wrap?
Of course, you can, yeah.
Okay, so I think now we are going to wrap it up. We've been sitting here chit-chatting, drinking our little decaf coffee for hours now at this point, and I think it's a wrap. I couldn't be more thankful to have you as my first guest. Like, I'm literally gonna go to bed smiling so hard. I can't wait for this to come out and for you guys to see it. And I can't thank you enough.
Thank you. It was so much fun. It was super natural.
Yeah.
I was literally like chatting, and I'm so excited to maybe have you at my podcast sometime.
This has
and
to
then
happen.
we can continue.
Oh my gosh, of course. And then we're gonna keep going back and forth because honestly, like I said, like I just really wanted this to be a space where like it feels like we're on FaceTime. It feels like we're literally just talking, and that's exactly what we did. And it's funny because like before coming on, you texted me saying I really need a good chat, and I was like, I really need a good chat too. I just need to yap. Like, I just really want to talk right now. So this is perfect, and I'm so happy that it happened, and it was God's plan, honestly. So.
Thank you so much, and I hope you like it.
Of course. But yeah, and honestly, that's it. Okay, bye. Again, the shameless plug. Make sure to subscribe and follow on Spotify. And that is it for episode 6 of Identity Crisis Podcast. Also, Apple Music. I forget you guys, honestly. I'm sorry. Much love. And also follow Linda. Are you kidding me?
I'm now public.
Public. This is special. And shop JANTHEE. Come on now. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Bye.